Will you show me an X if you'll subscribe to Cardi Kaizoku?
Cardi Kaizoku.
This video is sponsored by TCGX. Check out the brand new TCGX app. It lets you run your own local card shop. List your trade binder and instantly share it with friends nearby so they can buy and trade directly with you. Check out tcgx.gg to get started. This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code CARDKaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. See the most up-to-date Eastern and Western deck lists on gumgum.gg, updated daily. Be the first to see deck lists for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, you're joining us for the unofficial English live commentary. Well, I guess not live for me, but because I'm here. For the Miyagi Championship Series 2 tournament in Japan. This is the top 8, so if you missed the top 16, you can check out the previous video. It should be up by now, right? I'm uploading all these on the same day. But yeah, top 8 is consisted of 3 aces, 2 Imu, 2 Zoro, and then 1 Bonnie that we just saw in the last video. So yeah, nothing new. Everything is the same. So from this point on, like, I guess the only real dark horse is the Bonnie. We'd love to see Green Zoro in the finals, but that's our top 8 here. Hopefully... Again, I mentioned I don't want to see a freaking Imu or Ace until the finals, so hopefully they don't show us any of those games. Oh, but real quick, my merch store is now open. You guys can check it out at shop.cardkaizoku.com. The featured shirt is the Cut That Part Out shirt with art by The Oiled One, so shout outs to them. In case you guys want some of these insider jokes on a t-shirt, they're there for you. Editor, cut this part in. Okay, so it's going to be an Ace... Red blue ace. On your opponent's attack once per turn, you may trash one card from your hand, give it to one of your opponent's characters or leaders, minus 2,000 power for the battle. Turns any card into a 2k counter. Then down times 1 on once per turn. If you take damage or if one of your 6k base power characters is KO'd, you draw a card. So if you take a life, you draw an extra life. Well, not extra life, an extra card. In addition to the card you get from life. And then who's he against? Imu. Oh my god, what did I just say? I told you I didn't want to see these guys yet. So Imu. For the rules of the game, you cannot include events with the cost of 2 or more in your deck, and at the start of the game, you can play up to 1 Mary Joa type stage card from your deck. And then activating once per turn, you can trash one of your Ancestral Dragon type characters on board or 1 card from your hand to draw a card. And this deck revolves around stalling until you can get to play this guy. So I think early meta, before Imu players kind of knew what to do, Ace kind of dumpstered on Imu, but I think these days it's pretty 50-50, depending on the tech that Ace is running. So we'll see if this Ace's tech is up to snuff in this meta. Because I think the last 2 Imu versus Ace games we watched on stream, Imu won. Right? Even though, like, I think statistically Ace has like a slightly higher advantage, but then that's the thing. Like, so while they're mulliganing, this is a grappa mine. You guys will see like 52% to 48%, and then you'll see like, oh, okay, if Ace has a winning matchup into Imu, how does Ace ever lose? You do realize that 48 means that Imu still wins 48% of the time, right? That's nearly 50%. It's not that Imu has an impossible matchup against Ace, okay? Something I feel like, I don't know. You see that green or red number and you guys assume that like it's like a binary, like win or lose, right? It's not. It's a spectrum. You can still lose 48% of the time, which is still really high. Okay, so let's go to live. They must have started by now, right? They just mulligan. Okay, so this is the Ace's hand, has 2 red rocks, which is useless in the Imu matchup, but never a useless card in an Ace's hand because you can turn it into a 2k counter. Yamato's great, and then kind of would have liked to see like an Otama Searcher early on, maybe to fix his hand a bit, or like Izo Searchers even, or Garp. So I believe this is a mulligan hand, or else I don't think he would have kept this. So yeah, kind of a low roll on Ace's end. You could see another Imu beat Ace again, and Imu has a really good start. Has the Saturn, has the Search event, 4k counter event, and then some 2ks and a blocker. Right, he'll find what he needs from just these 2 cards alone. And Ace is going first, so Imu even gets his preferred curve. I do think Imu, just from the state of how the opening hands are and the turn order, I think Imu has this one. Statistically speaking, again, that 48% is still a factor. If that even is the win percentage, I don't know it off the top of my head of this particular matchup. I was just saying that as an example. Doesn't this guy kind of look like the guy who like does food reviews in his car? The Wayne Dang? A little bit? Okay, so Ace passes turn 1, Emu's turn 1, 2 Dawn. We'll play the search event. which lets him search the top 3 cards of his deck for a Celestial Dragons type card added to his hand and then trash the rest. 5 Elders at your service is the name of the card here. Let's put the remaining Dawn, he cannot do anything, so he'll just use his leader ability right now. Let's see what he cycles out. Probably the 2k counter Mioscard? Is that the 2k counter? No, that's Charlos. The blocker Charlos. The blocker formerly known as Charlos. Okay, Ace's 3 down turn also has no plays here, so it could just be a 9k at leader. Look how sad he is, because he has literally nothing he can play. Don't worry, Ace, from the next turn you have stuff to do. Dang, he looks really dejected. I think he knows he has a really bad start here. Okay, Imu takes the 9. Passes. Okay, Imu is gonna play his first character in the form of a Saturn, I bet. I'm going to keep my backseating to a minimum. Unless I really have nothing to talk about, and then I'll backseat. Oh, this guy has Jinbei sleeves. Cool. For Ace Leader. Okay, we're going to see Saturn here, played out by the stage. Oh, let me explain what the stage does. Maybe you guys don't know. I forgot to explain that part. So, Empty Throne, which is a stage card you can play out from the beginning of the game via his leader ability for free. You can pay 3 Dawn and rest this stage, and then you can play out as 5 Elders from your hand with the cost equal to or less than your Dawn. So he does get that 1 Dawn discount playing the 4 drop for 3 this way, but he does need 4 Dawn to play it. Then when he has 19 or more cards in his trash, his leader is a 6k on his turn. Their turn. I don't know what Imu's gender is. So it does play out the Saturn, which lets him search top 5 for a 5 Elders type card added to his hand. And then the thing about all the 5 Elders is that once you have 7 or more cards in your trash, they all become immune to any removal. Bounce, KO, bottom deck, all of it. And then at 10, some of them get some other additional benefits too. 10 cards in trash, that is. So he's thinking whether to swing 6 with leader or leave a Dawn up to counter with this 4k counter. Yeah, he passes. He would rather prefer to have as much life as he can going into his 10 Dawn turn rather than trying to damage the Ace. This is the Imu strat that people are figuring out, right? You just don't care about killing your opponent. You'll kill him with your 10 drop recursion. Just survive until then. So Ace does play Yamato out, which lets him draw 2 cards and put a Dawn on leader if he's at 3 or less life, which he is by default. So 7k from the Ace is countered for 4k with the never existed event. This one here counters for 4k for Imu, which is why he left that Dawn up to forgo attacking with leader. Okay, so he is on his 6th Dawn turn. We could see a Mars come out to pop the Yamato. This Mars can KO a 5 cost. And he's at 6th Dawn, which Imu is already at 6th Dawn, so he does play a Shalria out. But this you look at the top 3 cards of your deck for a Celestial Dragon type card, add to your hand, and then trash a card from your hand. And usually they'll just use the Imu leader ability to pop the Shalria to draw a card. So it's like you searched in a convoluted roundabout way. So he's either looking for a Mars or he already has one and just has nothing to do with the remaining Dawn. Actually, so a lot of the cards in his deck are purple, so you can't really tell if he has Mars or not. But I think he does have it. So he does use the Empty Throne to play out for 3 Dawn. Oh, something happened with the ruling? No, should be fine. Maybe the correct sequence is he has to tap the stage first. Yep, does play the Mars. So trash a card to KO a 5 cost. I think he did get a warning I think he tapped the stage before the Dawn or the Dawn before the stage. One of them is correct. So he does swing 6 with the leader. And then Ace uses his leader ability to turn the red rock into a -2k. With no Dawn counter events in his hand, he just swings 6 with the Saturn here. Put in the pressure onto the Ace. Ace actually has a low amount of counter in hand. every card in his hand has no counter except for the Garp, and then this Uta, which I think is in his hand. Yeah, Uta 2k counter. Passes to the Ace's turn. So Ace is on, was this 5? No, he was just on 5. This is 7. 7 can't really do much. The King Dude there is just a 2k counter. So it does swing 9 with the leader, is taken, and it plays out Marco. Marco is a blocker that when he dies you draw 2 cards, and with Dawn attached to the Ace leader, he actually draws you an additional card on top of that. Very nice to have. So back to the Imu's turn. Now Imu has another Mars, that'd be perfect right now too. He also does need to put some of his 5 Elders in the discard to set up for his 10 Dawn turn, which is next turn. He does have a Mars. Yeah, I think he'll just play Mars, and then he'll just counter the next hit if he needs to. He just needs to drop a Jupiter and then a Nostro into discard, and then I think he'll have every single one. Every single one for discard, by the way, in case you guys don't know. That's what I'm alluding to. This is 10 Dawn turn, when he can play the 5 Elders character, which does some pop this character to play out all the 5 Elders in your trash back out. In case you guys are confused why I kept talking about, like, why would he want his cards in the discard? He wants it there. Trust me. So he does use his leader effect first. Gets a 3k counter. This card here. So he might leave his a Dawn up. Because Ace is going to do his I am Whitebeard shenanigans from the next turn. I wonder if he'll take a life to become a 8k base. It would help against the turn after he would want to do that. To protect against the Jupiter shenanigans. I think Mars is fine. Mars makes sense to me. Kase. He's gonna go for Nostro instead, or the caster is talking about Nostro. I don't think Nostro makes sense here. Unless he needs it on board to kill with this 10 drop. Yeah, it just, oh, it goes for Saturn. Okay. Completely what neither me nor the Japanese casters expected. Just to pick up some counter events here. 4k counter for 1 Dawn. It's insane. 1 Dawn leader to swing 6. Is met with the leader ability on his second red rock. Okay, does play out a Shirahoshi and uses it. What she does is, where's she at? This one here. Activate main your rested character. You can put 2 cards in your trash back to the bottom of your deck, and your opponent has a trash card in their hand. And then he might just get rid of a 9 Whitebeard here. Yeah, he has the trash. I wonder if that made any of his elders vulnerable. If he drops under 7 cards in trash. No, I'm pretty sure he's milled more than that by now. Just get rid of that. You know you want to. Kill it. Get rid of it. Oh, he's gonna get rid of his 2k? Does he need the I am Whitebeard? He could just hardcast the second Whitebeard he gets. He discards his 2k. For real? Okay, I must be missing something you guys can explain to me. Because I'm not gonna backseat too hard, even though I just did. Here's 6k from Saturn. Wait, let me look up that King do. Yeah, it's a 2k counter. So he counters the 6 from this with the Garp. 6 from this Saturn is taken, and he gets to draw an extra card. Would you get a trigger? What trigger does he have? That can affect a character on board, like this. Maybe it's a mind game. Red rock trigger? Okay, just to get rid of the Shiroshi. Is that something he wanted to do? I guess he doesn't have to waste an attack at it, but yeah, the trigger lets you bottom deck a 4 drop or less. Okay, so it does use the I am Whitebeard, which lets him play out a 10 drop Whitebeard from his hand for 8, basically. And he also took a life there, so it makes him an 8k base, right? Unless I missed him taking a second life. Okay, Marco swings 9. I don't know, the Japanese games are pretty good about marking whether they're elevated stat lines or not, so maybe he is not. Yeah, I looked away for a second, so I don't know if he took a life from the Saturn hit or if he used it with the I am Whitebeard with this effect to get plus 2k to leader. But Imu defends all the hits from Ace, passes to the Emu's turn. So yeah, all of that was swung at the Emu's face, and he defended some of those hits, but he did go down to 1 life at this point. Because I do see the never existed in his trash. Yeah, I was trying to debug something. I think my spacebar is broken on my keyboard. Because like, how come I can't type space am space Whitebeard? It was typing I am white. Okay, so he is at 10 Dawn. You can see the first elders here. So it's 3 Dawn for this to play out, and then 1 Dawn on top of that to use his activate main, plus a card out of your hand. And then, yeah, all of these can't attack because they're all 5k. He's either a 6 or an 8. I'm not entirely sure. Usually they'll put the dice on it to represent that it's an 8, so it might just be a 6k right now. But we can surmise what happens. Oh, what stat line he's at once we see how these attacks are done. He could swing at the Marco for 1 Dawn committed on each of these attackers. Oh, I wonder why he didn't use the Mars as a blocker. Did he counter everything out of hand? Is that why? I could have sworn he had more life than this and he took a life, but he could have just blocked. Okay, so he uses Emu's leader ability on one of his character Saturns to draw. So that means he's committed to a 10 drop for sure this turn. Oh, was he looking for one? Maybe he didn't have one. But I did see he just picked one up from the top of his deck. Move your elbow, please. He must have had one already, right? Okay, what's he doing with the Saturn? Attacking 9k with it? Yeah, if it's 6k, then Ace did not use the I am Whitebeard. He just had to take a life from a 6k hit earlier. Oh, no, he just goes for the 10 Elders play to have more Dawn to use for the characters that come out. Trashes Nostro to pay for it, so he does have every single one. So they all come back out. So he gets a couple different effects. He gets Saturn to draw a card. He gets Mars to KO at 5 cost, which can be this Marco. Gets a Rush character that can give minus 2k to something, and then Jupiter gives everyone plus 2k power. And then you have Warkery as a blocker for insurance. So let's pick up another 10 Elders with his Saturn. Let's see what he does with the other effects. Now there's the argument not to use the Mars to pop the Marco, just to give less cards for the Ace to defend with. If he thinks he can go for game right now, but I don't think he can. Actually, the Ace is pretty low on counter, but I don't know if the Imu knows that. Okay, here's 8k from Nostro. And he does have a blocker right now. 12k blocker, which is a 10k, because he got minus 2k on it. Okay, it does just block for free. And then this is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10k. Because I don't think that's 19 cards in trash. Okay, it does leader ability, and then counters 1 on top of that. So I guess he was an 8k. Yeah. I'm not tripping. Okay, Ace's turn here. Now, I wonder if it would have made sense to have taken the 10 and then gone for a Roger angle to bypass the blockers. Because he has a 12 and then a 13, right? And then no Dawn up. Okay, so he did use another I am Whitebeard event to play out his other 10 beard, so he goes to 0 life, but he is an 8k base. And then does he just not attack at all? And then I guess if he's confident he can live this turn, his next Roger play will be 12, 12, 13, and 6. So that makes sense if he thinks he can live another turn. Oh, I should show what that new gate does. Right, haven't been shown. So use that 12k blocker, and then on play you draw 2 cards, trash a card from your hand, and then you can put 2 Dawn onto a leader in character, which I don't think he's going to attack at all, because that would give him a card off of Workery. Okay, has to read what Newgate does. Yeah, don't worry, I just showed my viewers just now too. Is he checking if you have to put the 2 Dawn? Does it matter if he does or not? Up to 2 Dawn. So he doesn't have to, but I don't think it matters. Right, there's nothing in red and blue that checks given Dawn. It's only yellow at the moment. And purple. He puts it on the Marco. I guess he was just still deciding. Okay, he does go for the swing. Okay, so Workery blocks this one. And there's more than 8. This is a 10. I forgot he's an AK base. Yeah, Workery blocks. I don't think he wants to be at 0 life against a Roger that's coming out next turn. Now the thing is, does Imu have enough counter to stop 12, 12, 13, and 6? Potentially 6 more from the Marco. He does have 2 3k counters in hand. He just needs to find the rest of his never existed. So you block with Workery, yeah, and Workery on KO lets you draw a card. Oh no, he just undid it, so I guess he changed his mind. He's, yeah, as the Japanese casters are showing, he's fishing for this card. So yeah, here is the Workery Death, drawing him a 3k counter. Plays out Izo with one of his remaining Dawn. What you looking for? Counter? 2k counter? And Izo himself can cycle a card out of your hand on your opponent's attack, so this will help him potentially turn one of his bricks into counter. Sorry, I wrote over the letter. Here, you guys can read it again. Okay, did end up picking him an Atmos, which is a 1k counter, so 1k for 1k. Plays out a second Izo, hoping to find at least a 2k counter. Okay, oh, he picked up a Marco. I guess that's something he can use with his leader ability, so it's not a dead card completely. Passes the turn to Imu. So Imu has to get around 3 blockers. How much counter in hand? I do see a 2k Otama, 1k Atmos, and then 2k from leader ability. That's 5k maximum. But Ace is an 8k base right now. Okay, let's see. Let's see if he has enough. He moved all his cards, so all my Bs are off center. Like, why do you have to move your cards after your turn's over? I don't understand Japanese players. Okay, I guess he's counting if he has 19. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope. Unless he has 6 more hidden somewhere that I can't see off screen. So these are all 7s. He just needs to attach a Dawn to threaten the Ace. How many hits can they... Oh, so this Marco is going to draw him a bunch of cards. So it actually could be pretty good for him. And then these Izos can turn both the Newgate and then the Marco potentially into counter as well. So Ace is probably like super safe. Yeah, Imu goes for the safe play and just pops his Saturn to draw. Just has to survive the Roger turn. Which is easier said than done. I think Ace has this one from what I see. Is this enough counter? So this is 9k from events. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 17k counter. That doesn't sound like enough. Okay, Nestro swings 8. 8 at 8. And then he just free blocks it. Dang, this Ace pulled it around. Pulled it around town. 8 from... this is Mars? He could pop his Izos to just fix his hand real quick. Both of them. Use the one opponent's attack. In fact, here. Might as well, right? Okay, he just counters out of hand. 1k. Oh, he moved this freaking Nostro. Okay, so this was 8. 8. Jupiter can still attack. Nope, he doesn't have the Dawn for it. He needs to leave Dawn up for counter events. Right? So he's doing 3 Dawn for the Elders. And 1 Dawn to pop, and he'll have 4 Dawn up. So he's hoping to find a never existed off of the Saturn that's gonna come out. What does he discard though? He has to discard a 1k. So just pop his 5 Elders. Whoa, the line on this dong makes a straight line here. That's pretty cool. I just noticed. It kind of looks like the Le Seraphim logo a little bit, but not really. Eat it up, eat it up. Okay, so everybody's out. Saturn finds them the 4k counter. Hopefully, that's what he's looking for. No, does not find it. Instead, gets a bunch of nothing. He can't even take the Mios card there. He has to take a 1k. Did he just 6-7 the screen? I'm not crazy, right? That's the motion he just did. Okay, they might as well pop the Marco, so you have one less attack to worry about. Okay, he takes no counter at all. No counter ability. Maybe it's here. Maybe that's why he hasn't been able to find it. It's his last life card. Right, Emus can usually surmise that information pretty easily. Okay, double Roger. So he's at 0 life. Roger becomes a threat. What Roger does is... Oh dang, okay, they brought it up too. So he has Rush, and then if your opponent activates Blocker while you or your opponent has 0 life, you win the game. So basically, they cannot block any of your attacks on the turn that you play Roger. Oh, he plays a 9 beard. What the heck? You didn't think he had enough? He didn't want to do the math? So this makes your leader plus 2k, so he's back to it being an 8k. And then he just swings 8 right here. And I guess Workery can block and try to find that never existed. He really wants his Roger turn to like really kill him. But he does only have 2k counter in hand right now. Yeah, I figure he should have popped one of his easels last turn to fix his hand a bit. Turn the Marco into a 1k at least. Because what he did in the end is just replace it with the 9-beard. So he got no value out of it. Imu should use the blockers while he can. Because he needs all the counter in his hand for the unblockable hits, which I don't think he can survive. Now, especially with the new gate. But the argument would be like, then your choice is to try to end the game. But he does block with the Workery instead. That's one less attacker he can use. Now, if only Imu had an unblockable. And yeah, this is like people playing Imu have cut out Stussy, and this is the repercussion of that. You have to deal with these 12k attacks that you can't mitigate at all. But back then, Imu used to at least run a couple copies of Stussy to just answer the new gate. But I guess people got too overconfident in their Imu ability. So blocks with the Mars here. Right? They think like, I don't need it. I just outplay my opponent before I even need Stussy. But Stussy would definitely have helped, I think, in this matchup. So Ace is deciding whether to still attack with this 12 or if he needs it up. I wonder what math he did to feel safe to attack with that 12. Having only 2k counter in hand. Is he gonna attack with the new gate here? It's about to go to time. Oh my god, he attacked for 12. Okay, so Imu's gonna go to 0. Oh, he countered out of it. With 3, oh no, that was that. 8k counter? I wonder why. Why don't you want to go to 0? Okay, so it's the Imu's turn. Maybe he just needed 3 cards in his trash to make his leader a 6k. That could be it. It's now or never, do or die. Or can he actually stall another turn? So yeah, Ace is still in AK base right now. Doesn't Imu have the game now because of that? I could be wrong, but like if you get unlucky with your Marco and draw like no counter, you're relying a lot on the top 2 cards of your deck being, or top 3 cards of your deck being counter. But maybe he knows his deck. He knows he has a bunch of 2Ks left. But yeah, since he doesn't need to leave any Dawn up, he can just ping 8, 8, 8, play the Elders, ping 8 again. Oh, he's going for the Mars. Okay, Mars to pop the Marco. Pops the Marco, he gets to draw 3 cards here. How much counter does he get? 1. He got 2k counter from that. So he has 4k total. See, this is what happens when you gamble on Marco. Here's 8, counter 1. Here's 8, counter 1. Here's big number. Was it 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. He does use the Ezo to cycle. It's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is enough. It is enough. Oh, holy crap. That Ezo saved him. He got that 1k counter he needed from that Ezo. Okay. You got lucky there. So goes for the Roger win, and then Ace wins. Ace wins from that horrible start. Managed to take it in the end. I don't know. I feel like everything could have gone wrong. That Ezo could not have found a 1k counter and he would have lost from that. Right? I think he was safe to leave those blockers up and then just go for the Roger turn. Roger play the next turn. Wouldn't he have been? But yeah, if you guys know it better, let me know in the comments below. Or if you agree, let me know so I'm not crazy. So that's going to be round 2, the top 8. Stay tuned for round 3. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And then any feedback would be appreciated. And I guess until the next video, I'll catch you guys in that one. Should be soon. Bye.
Card D Kaizoku.